Oh my god. Hello? I'm back. You know, every time I've been thinking about the introductions I do, but I always just do the same thing every time. As much as I'm like, yeah, maybe I should say something else. Um, anyway, I'm going on a journey now, so we'll see what happens. As far as I know, this is a good game. It came out a while ago, and that's all I know. There's sand. It must be pretty hot in this place. You know, what with the sun and the sand, and the appearance of being devoid of vegetation. Some kind of graveyard, or maybe. This looks pretty good, considering it's not recent, but I guess. Yeah, no, actually, this is visually so far more impressive than that recent game I played. What is this complaining about? I'm moving the buttons. Okay. What? Do they just want me to look around as I'm doing that? Am I supposed to find something? Oh, okay, we're good now. I thought something. Yeah, look, this is visually very impressive. Look at that. Look at the sand. JJ. It's a musical game. That's great. Always love to see music in games. It really does help. Yeah, this is great. This is great. It's pretty plain right now. I mean, there's a couple of things on top of this hill. There's the sun, and there isn't much else. But right now, I'm very just happy with the way the sand is moving, to be honest. That's all I need. Good sand. You know, some people, they don't like the sand, but I think this is pretty cool. Who would, you know, one thing I don't know if is necessarily feasible is that these, whatever these things that are in the sand, they would stay like that. Because as far as I know, these kind of big sand dunes, they tend to move around a lot, what with the wind and sand not being very dense or heavy. Like, I can imagine a sand composed of tiny pieces of osmium. Maybe that's not going to move around. But this is just gonna be like your classic silicate sand, right? So it's gonna stay right where it is. Well, no, it's not gonna stay where it is. It's gonna get blown every which way, right? Look how easily I'm walking through the sand. It's, in fact, it's all over this nice, whatever it is that this character is wearing. All over the front like that. What a mess. Yeah, definitely. This, what a place. What a place. Deserts really are a kind of place, huh? Just all this sand. J, 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 J. Tell me those don't look like two J's. With some staircases on top. I'll be honest, that's exactly what it is. Now, is this a funeral? Graves? It'd be nice if I could take a close look, but alas. There is nothing written on these strange things that look more metallic than stony, so not a tombstone, maybe a tomb ingot. Minecraft style. But yeah, this is looking pretty great. I mean, you can tell that this platform thing is really just kind of a flat situation. Right, they've got the details in the ground, like drawn in, but it's not physical details, which obviously is not a huge deal, right? This game looks great as is, doesn't need that kind of thing, but you do kind of notice a flat decal like that a bit more than you do. Well, when it's just like so big as this is, right? This kind of tiled ground. Um, I'm gonna press the X button. This thinks I have an Xbox controller, but actually, I have one of those cool new DualShock ones that came with the latest release in Sony gaming technology. What is this? Is this like is that, what is this? This is geologically, I don't think this makes sense, right? You got a big desert, and then you got this big volcano with a light on top. That doesn't make sense to me. And now I can fly, which is pretty cool. But only sometimes, apparently. Is that what happened? Look at this, I'm stepping on a rock, and the rock is sinking. I think. No, it's just the motion of the sand changing. So, now I'm following some magic leaflets around, because apparently that's helpful. But it seems like these leaflets do give me the ability to jump, which makes a degree of sense. That's nice. Mechanically. Okay, so do I want to go and look at this ruin, or do I want to go look at that ruin? Nearest to the big kind of volcano, I don't know. I do not know. But I guess I have decided without actually deciding that I'm going this way. Yeah, look at this, I'm pressing that button to do the jump, but it's not doing anything, it's just lighting up that thing on the back because I don't have any symbols on it. And definitely look at this, the character is getting increasingly sandy and less sandy in different places as I've been moving. Which is interesting. I thought for a second that they were just gonna walk into the sand and become completely buried, but managed to step up. Press the music button. Help? Oh. If I hold the button, it's more impressive. What is this? This is ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphics? Definitely overrated. Can you imagine having to draw like a whole symbol just to say one thing? Shout out to traditional Chinese, where that's exactly what they do. Millions and millions, not millions, like thousands of different symbols. Every symbol's something different, but some of them sound the same. It's crazy. Makes not that much sense, to be honest. Makes me wonder who came up with something like that. Who was the inventor of the original Chinese? Who did it? And why? I don't think that's an answerable question. Not really. What does this do? Am I supposed to not know what this does? It looks like something to do, but it isn't apparently. Unless there are extra buttons that I don't know about yet. But yeah, no, definitely the one thing that would keep me from trying to learn a Chinese or similar kind of whatever Mandarin. I was gonna say Catalonian, but that's a Spanish dialect, right? But what would keep it was what was the other one I was thinking of? Cantonese, that's it. If I was gonna learn a language like that, the thing that would keep me from it is the writing system, because when I learn a language, I like to be able to read in the language. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, I mean, when you don't speak to many people in your native language, what's the point of being able to speak to people in a different language, you know? Obviously an important skill to know when you're learning a language, but nevertheless, the Chinese writing system, even the simplified one, very daunting, in my opinion. And that's not even to mention the other traits of the language that make it kind of difficult for someone who speaks English natively, right? Like you have the language being tonal, right? So the way you say something, or the tone you use, the intonation changes the meaning, right? So in English, this is gonna happen when you ask a question. When you ask a question, your intonation, right, your tone changes, and all that really means is you're asking a question. What? I don't know if that was right. It was like, how? If you just said how, those could be two different things. The way that the Chinese languages work. How? How? Insane. It's crazy. And that's where you get the thing, right? There's like 4 different mas. One of them is offensive and one of them isn't. And that's just all I know about the Chinese language. Or one of them. I don't know. One of them? There's a couple. There's a few, and there's probably more than a few, to be honest. It's like a whole family. Oh. But I don't know that much about that. Just what you'd know in passing, right? Was I supposed to do something with that? It looks like I was supposed to go that way, but I don't know. I'm a magician. Alright. That's pretty great. Hold on 1 second. Hydration. Hydration is crucial to living without dying. Evidently something that people who lived in this place seem to forget about. They didn't hydrate anything, so look, everything's crumbled. And all this sand. Nothing could survive a place like this. Help. Well, like, okay, I'm just thinking about it right now. What is the meaning of this architecture right now? You've got... I need a vantage point for this point to make any sense. Hold on. Let me do some climbing. Clunky climbing. Because I don't know how to use the controls because I haven't been paying attention. Give me the jumpings, please. Alright, look. You got 1, 2... That doesn't count. 3, 4, 5 of the same thing. Probably more of them that are... Yeah, look, more of them that have been destroyed. What are those going to do? Where are they supposed to go? Because it looks like, to me, there's nothing behind them. Maybe there's something, but maybe it's full of sand. Like, what is 5 of these identical things going to be? Feasibly. The door placement is kind of crazy. You got 1 in the basement, 1 directly above it, then 1 on either side of that. Like, what kind of building is going to be... What kind of room is going to be inside of this? For that to make sense. And you have this enormous gate at the top. I mean, come on. It's just like needless grandiosity, to be honest. Or in my opinion. Because that is just my opinion. I don't know. Obviously, the real reason is it's just an artistic choice that the developers of this game made. But then I wouldn't have a point, would I? If I just said that from the beginning. But I figure that's what people probably want you to think about when they make a game like this. They want you to think about why this stuff exists, why it's been placed this way. Why has this place been ruined? The answer to that question I've already said, right? They forgot about hydration and so everything dried and died. It's pretty simple. You don't need a degree in advanced calculus to know that one. Which, just to be clear, I do not have. I have no issue with calculus, but it is not my favorite thing to do. Just a bit... I don't know, you know? Like, you can be taught all these things and have them be not necessarily useful. Help me! Okay, it's fine. I don't actually know how the controls go yet, so... This is still kind of... just guessing and hoping that I can figure this out. Now look at Globy Rock. I saw one of these rocks in the beginning, right? There's at the top of the hill, maybe? Imagine having cool eyes that glowed like that. That'd be pretty great. No need for A flashlight. Yep. Now look at this writing system. Very likely that this is just a series of symbols made up by the developers, because in all honesty, while it is kind of valuable in some cases to go all in and create your own unique language, like that guy Tolkien did, and like the Game of Thrones guy didn't. He just kind of made up some words that sound cool in his mind, and then passed those off to some other guy who then retconned that and turned it into an actual language for the TV series. They did that a few times for all the languages in that show. But yeah, sometimes it's just enough to have a few symbols, you know? You don't need anything complex. I mean, this game is just, as far as I know, about exploration, so what would be the point of having, you know, a whole meaning behind it, right? It's just besides the point. Fade to white. Dark mode users, rest in peace. We have arrived at the sand falls that defy all rational physics. Because how could sand continue to flow in such a way as to create a perpetually falling stream of sand? Unless there is just a sea of sand that self-perpetuates by recycling itself from this basin somehow back up to there in some kind of sand cycle analogous to the normal world's water cycle, which to me makes no sense, because sand is not something that evaporates and gets becomes clouds. I mean, it's, I guess, possible that this place could have huge winds that pick up all that sand and take it up there again. But at the same time, this place has quite a lot of clouds for somewhere that has no water anywhere. Which is, from my perspective as someone who knows not very much about the climate sciences, dubious, because I think that clouds come from water, right? It's kind of what they're made of. But anyway, let's see what the bridge is about. That's another thing. Actually, no, this makes sense. I think it makes sense the way that this bridge has come down. Right? I don't know, why would you even build in sand? Well, this is clearly some kind of stone down here, which actually makes what I was about to acknowledge as fine kind of less fine. Because if you build something into the stone, how is it going to kind of fall over like this? Yeah, I mean, I get that the sand is moving. You can clearly see that the sand is moving, like I was talking about before about the dunes moving. But this is not that much. Well, who the hell is this? Is this a human being? I think this is a human being. No AI would act like this. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing in this. I'm gonna just follow this individual around. They have a more ornate apparel. Whoa, look at that. They got a huge long tail as well. Ooh. I've achieved some kind of upgrade, apparently. This is great. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of distracted by this. Man, where's this bridge even supposed to go? I can fly, man. Look at that. That's nice. That's a flying mechanic that feels good. Is this like supposed to... I'm sorry, this is very, very distracting that there's this apparent element of the game that I did not expect. But this person seems to be leading me to the upgrade points, which is pretty cool. In any case, this game is already not what I was expecting. I was expecting something like, you know, when I played that game Naissance. I don't know if you've seen that, but I enjoyed that game. And that was just purely kind of puzzles, I guess. It was really just walking around until you realize where you're supposed to go. And then, yeah, it was like jumping puzzles, I guess, yeah. But that game I liked. And I thought this would be a bit like that, but also was not expecting it to be. So this is nice. This is nice. Something different. Oh. Hold on a sec. Gotta make it an interesting jump. Alright, yeah. Now here's another quarrel I have. I'm standing on this moving sand, but I'm not even like getting pushed away by it. Oh. Which is making no sense. Oh man, the physics of this, the cloth physics, very cool. What's this? Okay. What? Impressive. It's impressive that these beings can just fly so high with a single flap, you know? A flap of the robe and I'm up. What is this? What am I doing? Oh, I see. Magic. Oh. It's alive? Okay, that doesn't make sense. It's like a snake full of red envelopes. That's fun. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. They build a bridge. Now that bridge is gonna be fun to walk across because it's gonna move. Hello? Hold on a second. I gotta check something. Oh. Hold on a second. Am I able to access the options? No? Alright, I wanted to check the options, but I'm not able to apparently. Anyway, how do I get up to this bridge? Oh, this is like a continuation. There's one of these things again. Oh, I see. So this is actually what the bridge is. It is just this thing. But it's moving. Okay. Interesting, interesting. What is this? Oh, options. Controls. Okay, I don't think there is actually audio. Yeah, alright, I just wanted to check that. Because, oh, you're leading me this way. I thought we were gonna go on the bridge. Oh, there's another piece of the bridge. A helping hand. Nice. I was gonna say, I thought I heard, so this game is apparently multiplayer before I realized it. I didn't actually know that it had that. So I thought I actually heard the sound of, you know, when a game has like an in-game voice chat, there's that sound of someone's mic crackling as they're starting to speak. And I thought I heard that, but I don't think there is actually that feature in this game, which I don't know. In any case, this is difficult to be cohesive. I keep forgetting that I have this jumping thing and I'm just wanting to walk. I wish I could actually just jump though. JJ. This guy is CC. That's great. It's like a highway. Special highway. And the destination is another fancy rock. That's great. Time to sit. That's nice. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Apparently there's a firmware update for this controller, but the battery was too low after not using it for months. That's how long it's been. I know. Crazy, right? This character in white is reminding me of something, but I don't know what. I do not know what quite. I mean, it's definitely reasonable that these cutscenes would be attempting to tell the story of what's happening, but I actually just have not been paying attention to them at all. So this just looks like a train right now, which is pretty cool. It also seems like it's making train sounds. I don't know, I couldn't hear it. I was speaking too loudly. But a train would be great. I like trains. Can I take like a... Oh, yeah. That's great. I like that. Nice. Fade to white, fade to white. Very classic. Love to see it. Oh, okay, they're still around. That's good, that's good. Actually, that's interesting. I wonder if this is actually a live human being who's currently playing the game, or if it's like an image of one that has played the game. I should look into this because it's interesting. Or if it is just a very well done AI. I don't know, that doesn't sound to make sense though. Oh. Where's the Shai Hulud, though? Come on. What's this? Oh. Oh, look. Oh, a flagpole. Oh, I've seen these a couple times. It's like a dragon. Give me all your money, please. Oh, that's the Shai Hulud. It's just very small. I'm back. What a nice thing. Come on. I've just had my train of thought completely derailed, and now it's just been hijacked by some highway robbers. Honestly, that's kind of the situation. I would be sorry, but this is just nice. It's a nice experience. I don't know if it's that interesting though. From a different perspective, you know. Oh. This is like a whole thing now. Oh. That's great. Oh. I've been abandoned. I wonder how long this game is. Because I have a feeling that I'm The issue right now I'm having is it's late and I have work tomorrow, right? And I'm gonna be compelled to continue this game until this individual disappears, which I'm worried may happen before I actually get to the end of this game. Or may not happen before I get to the end of the game, which would mean I'm gonna end up playing this way too long, and that's an issue. But look at this, the way the sand looks now. Now you can easily imagine it being like some kind of mineral. Like, not an osmium necessarily, but trying to think of a mineral that would have this kind of color, or a metallic element. I don't know enough of what they look like, I just know the names. If you name one element, I can tell you what its name is, basically. You know, you have to wonder about some of the names of those elements. It's kind of just like, this one is named after the state of California. Not that interesting, but it's probably because it was discovered there or something. And then there's the whole thing of those new elements just being weird rearrangements of atoms, not atoms, subatomics, that they just kind of mix around until they find something new, and then it just destabilizes because it's not a stable thing. Like, they're just doing it for the hell of it, almost. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I need the strength of the pamphlets. Rise up. Nope. Oh my god. Aye. What the... Oh! That's it. That's the ticket. Now I press the B button. Wait, it's not a B, it's a circle. I'm always gonna say it's a B though. I think. I've never actually had a PlayStation. Always just an Xbox. I feel like I was in the middle of a thought related to something, but I do not remember what I was talking about. Oh, it was the elements. Yeah, I mean, there's all those new elements, but like, what's the point? You're not gonna find a new metallic element that's gonna revolutionize material science. So what's the point? Do something productive, please. Unless they, and that point makes sense to me until they do just happen to stumble upon something revolutionary. Although I don't know what you could find in a completely artificial element that would be of any substantial use. You know, it's just like science at that point. Esoteric, kind of. And every time they find something new, uncommon as it may be, they've got to reprint that whole table, and it's a whole deal, right? Oh, you gotta subscribe to the newsletter to get the new elements when they drop. I don't think so. I don't need that one. I'm never gonna be asked to solve a oxidation reduction equation with unobtainium, or whatever it's called now, in the middle of it, you know? Oh my god, look at this. My tail is all twisted. That's incredible. How have they simulated that? Wow, that's very impressive. Like, you look at a game like, I don't know if you know this one, but it's called Rain World. Very good game that I have not played because it's too difficult for me, and with games like that's a game I would want to just experience the setting and the environment of, because it's very much that kind of game. But it is very difficult unless you're willing to just spend time dying and repeating things until it makes sense. The issue with that game specifically is it doesn't necessarily get to a point where it makes sense, because the enemies, they're very strong. You're basically never gonna kill anything, and they're extremely erratic because of the way the AI works. But what I was getting to about the similarity is I don't know if this is necessarily technically a similarity, but that game has got a lot of these kind of I don't know what to call it, linked node structures, right? So you have these kind of plant-like things that are basically just simulations of different connected node points. I saw this whole talk about it by the developers, and it was really interesting. Like, apparently the guy who designed it was literally just an artist or something, and it was pretty cool. Because at the time it seemed like something I couldn't do because it's very challenging, and I like to not do challenging things. Most of the time, because it does just take a long time. It's like I wanna create a programming language because that would be really cool to have complete control over the syntax and the functionalities of that. As someone who uses programming languages literally every day. But it's one thing to have an idea of what you want the syntax to look like, what you want the feature list to look like. It is a completely separate thing to then go and build something to, first of all, parse your input files in that language, and then to have that actually work, right? Because you can have an interpreter which is basically going to just read the code real time and then decide what to do with it. And that's going to be like in an existing language, just using that existing language to kind of translate your custom syntax into functionality. But what I would really want in the end is like something compiled, which changes your language completely into something that's just more performant and just better, really, from a functionality, from a performance standpoint, like I said. But that's like, it's incredibly difficult thing to do, to my understanding. I have almost no understanding of it. Writing compilers, but it's one of those things that is just out of reach. So one of the thoughts I've been having with that, right, is then to just have my custom syntax just compile into an existing language. So instead of having to do all the compiler things and the optimizations myself, I just translate the syntax into a different language and then let that language deal with it, which would simplify a lot of what I would need to do, and honestly does kind of just suit the project, I think. Because as one individual who is not like a professional when it comes to low-level design in programming, I have basically no hope of writing a good compiler in any span of time that is shorter than my entire lifespan, probably. So, and also there isn't really the need for it to be that. It would just be cool if I could get it to that point, where it's like an actual language. Like something that people would or could feasibly use, instead of just like kind of a novelty, Because that's the thing as well. I like to make things that can be used. Novelties are like, okay, yeah, that's fun, but what's the point in a novelty? It just has an expiration date. Something you can use is able to grow as you need it to do more things. It's usable. Oh no. I missed it. Help me. Man, I really wanted that. That's okay. Oh, I wanted to see the guy hit the sand. What? How am I supposed to get these things? Bro. What do we do? Man, this sand looks really great. Very impressive. Oh. The paper towel dispenser is no longer jammed. That's what's happening when I step on those, I don't know what to call them, the banner things. It's just unjamming the dispenser, and then look, all of these things come out. Wow. Yep, that's my thoughts exactly. Alright, what is it now? Is this it? No? Take me away. I like a game like this because it's very simple. You don't have to worry about anything. You just kind of walk. The movement's really simple. You don't have any... Oh, here's abilities that you unlock. I mean, obviously there's the things you pick up to get a better jump, right? But it's not like... Spend some skill points. Every 5 seconds. You've leveled up. Oh no. I've made another critical mistake. I'm back. It's all good. That's the one. I got this one. Paying attention this time. Did I not get it? Oh, I got it. Yeah. I gotta follow this guy. He knows what he's doing. But that makes sense. Oh. Wow. This is stunning. Oh, wow. What's this? What do we do? Oh. Well, look at this place. I will follow. My legs, they snapped in twain. What's this, though? Oh, look at this, a cave painting. Is that offensive? Okay, that's nice. Very nice. Hey, time to sit. Relax in the front of the stone. Glowing stone. I'm I'm gonna have to cut this, but I don't want to stop. It's really awkward because I'm gonna have to leave it, and then if this person is real, it's gonna be like, oh no, they've gone. You know? And then what? I don't know if I can actually continue to finish this. I don't know how long is left. I can't imagine it's like that much, you know? But it could be. That's another thing I don't like about playing games that have a multiplayer in them, right? Because it's difficult it's more difficult to just put them down. Or like in this case, I don't want to put it down because then this guy's gone. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be a replacement when I next play the game, you know? Wow, this is a neat area. But then in a different game, you know? Single player only, you don't have to worry about that. I got a signal. How can I communicate this? Oh man. That's nice. Oh. Screenshot moment. I had to do it. Good one. And I'll take another one. There we go. That's all. But I think this is where I'm gonna call it, you know. As much as I'd like to continue and finish this game, I simply do not have time right now. I've kind of already language. Okay, quit the title. Yeah, it's a shame, you know. I had a good time with this. Well, anyway, that is all for now. I will see you, I don't know, whenever next I decide to do something. I may never finish this game. We'll see. Just like I've kind of abandoned all those other games. Quote unquote abandoned, you know. I don't know if I'll play those again. You don't know if I have played them since. Otherwise, though, that's it. Goodbye.